Let's work with our hips and on your hips. So first grab a chair or you can hold on to a wall, whatever is accessible to you, and we will swing your leg. So start with your left leg and hold on for balance with your right hand and just swing back and forth. And you can start with a very small motion. You can start with a smaller range as I'm kicking the door, and you can increase it as your hip joint warms up, and you will feel that you will be able to move it in a bit of a wider range. And depending on where you're starting with, you might be able to increase it even more over time. With each time that you do this, after a week, 2 weeks, or a month, you might be able to do a wider and bigger range. And now let's do it on the other side. So you move your chair and swing your leg. Start with a small back and forth motion. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This is so good to your hips. They will really love you for it. It also increases the flexibility in your hips and your lower body. And then you can increase again the range of swinging motion, back and forth, forward and back, and start strengthening and improving the mobility and flexibility and stretching your hips over time. Because so many of us sit and there's tightness that accumulates and stress in the shoulders and hips as well. It's a huge area, and the hips are actually tied to TMJ. If you clench your jaws or if you know that you grind your teeth overnight, there's correlation to the hips and your pelvis. Let's keep moving our hip joint and improving its flexibility by turning your heel out and in, and out and in, out and in, out and in. Strong hips also help prevent knee injuries. So it's interesting how the body, when you work on different parts of the body and areas of the body, and it has cascading effects at strengthening and kind of improving the mobility of other areas of the body. And let's go to the other side. Out and in, and out and in, out and in. So we're moving the heel in and out, in and out. When you on the outward motion, you are stretching out the leg, and then the knee bends. So knee kind of stretches out and then it bends. Out and in. And shake it a little bit. I always love the shaking in between the movements. Okay, now move your chair out of the way. So let's do the next movement, which is working on your hips and also on your waist and spine. So many of the movements, yes, they will target the hips, but they also will be moving other areas of your body, so you will get the added benefits. So you bring up your hands, you can make light fist and with both hands, but it's not a tight clenching fist, just a light fist. And raise your knee as you twist your body to the side. And it can be a small, gentle twist. If you're working up your conditioning level and your strength and your flexibility, just start moving, kind of turning to 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock, if you imagine a dial of a clock. And then with time, you can increase kind of where you're going from 3 to 9. and then even further from 4 to 8. You can make the twist bigger and bigger, but right now just focus on having your feet hip width or shoulder width or a little wider apart and lifting the knee and twisting the body. So doesn't it feel good? And you really feel that you're moving the hips and circulating the energy in that area. Let's keep opening your hips. Have your feet more than a mat width apart. And what you'll do is have a bend in the knees and go from one side to the other. And you can kind of fold your hands in front of you, or you can hold them up, whatever is comfortable and helps you keep the balance, helps you keep stable. And just do a slight turn to one side and point your toes up, and then go the other way and point the toes up. And you feel how that is working your hips, and only a slight bend in the knee. Don't go over your toes with your knee, and just go side to side. A really small and controlled movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. It really helps open up your hips. I bet you feel it. You feel it, but it feels good. You can feel that they are opening up and it's moving them and strengthening them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm in love with this movement. How did it feel to you? Next, we'll continue the side-to-side movement. So have your feet outside of the edges of your mat. And what you'll do is you will turn your left hand out as you bend towards the left or turn towards the left, and have your toes on both sides about angle of 45 degrees. So what you'll do is go back and forth. So one side, left to right, and you transfer the weight from side to side, from side to side. So again, we are strengthening the hips, working the hip opening, but also working the shoulders, spine, and your upper body. And again, you do this movement really gentle. It's not a huge movement. Next level, if you want to add more of a challenge, more next level of complexity, you would widen your stance, have your knees facing the same direction as your toes, and you would just do a deeper turn. And the stance will make it more challenging, both on your hips and your body overall. But again, adjust it to your level. If you sit a lot and don't exercise or utilize a range or wide range of motion and mobility of your hips, I would recommend staying here. This is a more gentle level 1 of this movement. And there's no need to push yourself. Just we're bringing more energy through circulating more energy in your body through these restorative and strengthening and strength building movements. So much of the energy and vitality is really just moving and circulating the energy in our body throughout the day. So I love this movement. I got carried away. So let's move on to the next. For the next movement, bring back your chair and hold on to it with your left, and bring up your right knee. And what you'll do is move it out and in, and out and in. And it doesn't have to be all 90 degrees. Just move it to the range of motion that is doable to you, that's comfortable, without any pain or pushing or going overboard on kind of stretching your hip joints. So open, close, open, close. So we're continuing to work on opening our hips, moving the hips, bringing the circulation in there, and increasing flexibility in gentle and restorative ways. So 1, 2, and 3. Can you hear the nature sounds? So now do the other side. Bring your other knee up and turn out. And usually one hip is more open or more flexible than the other, and that's totally normal. And again, you can start with very little range of motion and build up from there. As you do this, it will be easier and easier for you to open and stretch your hips over time. Let's do 1, 2. I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself, for really loving your body and using and working your body, because we use our brain so much and totally can overlook using our body. But your body will love you back for paying attention to it. Let's continue to improve your hip joint flexibility. So hold on to your chair and bring out your leg, but this time we are bringing it in kind of a curved motion with your knee. So you're kind of fanning it open and close and open and close. So you're kind of making like a light bulb curve. Imagine a light bulb, how it would have a curve like this. So this is how you're moving your knee and opening and moving the hip joint, you know, because it's a ball and socket joint. So you want to move it in the directions it's designed to move. Otherwise, we lose that flexibility and mobility if we don't use it. It's the ultimate use it or lose it scenario. So we want to use it and be able to be mobile and flexible throughout 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. We don't want to stop. We want to feel vital and youthful and limber and have that bouncy energy and pep in our step. Again, you're moving it into a curve, kind of, or imagine a rainbow, like you're drawing a small rainbow, and draw it in whatever shape or whatever height that your hip allows you to. There's no good and bad. Even a small little rainbow is so good, you know, even if you do a small half a circle or a bigger curve, whatever your hips can do today. To wrap up, I invite you to stand against a wall that supports you from behind. Your feet are close to the wall. You know, there can be an inch or two from the wall to your heels. And what you will do is bring one leg up and pull your knee close to your chest. And this is really good for releasing stress, tension, and minor pains in your hips. And hold it and breathe. And then release. And now get stable on that standing foot and bring up the other leg. And again, keep supported by the wall behind you. And do this movement to release any tension in your hips, any minor stiffness, aches, or pains. This is a really good, gentle stretch for your hips. And you can do it again on one side. And breathe in and exhale. And the other side. Breathe in. Let your shoulders drop. And breathe out. And now let's inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and tense up your body. Tense, 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 tense. Even raise on your toes or lift your heels a little bit and drop. And tense and lift your heels if they're not hurting. And relax. And tense, 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 tense. And relax. And let's shake it off. Shake it off. I like to bounce on my heels, but make sure you only do it if your heels are super healthy. And this is such a beautiful way to keep letting go of that tension and relaxing and releasing your body. So, thank you for showing up today, for showing up for yourself and your beautiful body. And your body will love you for this, I promise. Let me know how this felt to you.